To be or not to be? What? Wait, what was the question? Oh, hi, Rosemary.
Hi Z, how are you?
I'm okay. York's giving me a little shit right now, but I'm doing good. Well, first, let me say hi, everybody out there. Welcome to another episode of Drag Chat. We are going to go over RuPaul's SHAKESQUEER episode. What'd you think about this one, Rosemary?
I thought this one was great. I thought the girls were fabulous. They really showed their acting skills.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. My favorite episode so far, I think. Of course, there's only been three, so. well, well, let's just dive right into it. The mini challenge. Sissy that Walker. That was a fun challenge.
That made me laugh and it brought back a lot of memories. I remember the Soul Train.
Oh, I thought you were talking about memories of a walker for a second.
Z.
I know. Sorry. Anyways, the winners of that challenge, the mini challenge, ended up being Max and Kennedy Davenport. What'd you think about that?
I thought it was good, that Max and Kennedy won, but I would have given the second pick to Mrs. Kasha Davis because I thought she was hysterical with her boobs flapping all over the place and she's dancing with the pit crew. I thought she was great. She really played the part well. But, they were all good at that particular challenge.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing because Mrs. Kasha Davis stood out to me too. She just reminded me so much when she was coming down there bouncing those boobs with the old Bob Mackie, Carol Burnett dresses, the birdseed boobers. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. I would have given it to her. I didn't think Kennedy Davenport did anything spectacular in that,
Yeah, I
to
didn't
tell you
get
the
that either,
truth.
but, like I said, they were all pretty good
But
on that one.
yeah, well, it was Rue's decision, and she chose Max and Kennedy Davenport, and then well, we know that she split them up into teams. And I've got Team Max as Ginger, Trixie, Mrs. Kasha Davis, Jaidynn Dior Fierce, and Miss Fame. And then Kennedy's choices were Jasmine, Katya, Pearl, Kandy Ho, and Violet Chachki. Um, they all had to do a Shakespearean parody of some of Shakespeare's most famous plays. Team Max had to do Romeo, or not Romeo, Romy and Juliet, which I think was a takeoff on Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Right, right.
And then Team Kennedy had McBitch. Uh, yeah, uh huh. So let's start with Team Max. What did you think of their performances?
I thought T Max's team actually nailed it. I thought they were very professional. They knew their lines. They just acted great. I really enjoyed that. I thought Kennedy's team was hurting a little bit, but I think that was Kennedy's fault because she did make some changes at the last minute, and I think that cost her the challenge.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, first off, Team Max, I thought they did a great job. I think Max chose the right people and he assigned the right roles to each of them. And you're right on Team Kennedy. She fucked up, by giving Jasmine one role and Violet Chachi one role and then switching them an hour before they had to go on stage. That was just wrong. It gave them no time to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Violet had asked to run through as a team, and Kennedy shot her down and said, no, just learn your lines on your own. That was a huge mistake in my eyes,
Yep, yep,
not to rehearse it.
yep.
And I think it hurt them in the end there. Because when they got on stage, nobody knew their cues. Nobody knew when they were supposed to say what.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the only person on that team that did anything right was Katya.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I,
They were confused. They were
I think
very
she was.
confused.
Yeah, they didn't know. Even RuPaul, my gosh, him and when he said to Michelle, "What's going on?" and she said, "I am so lost." And then Rue totally chewed him out, said it was the biggest car wreck he'd seen in 7 seasons of the show.
That said it all right there. That
Ow!
said it all right there.
Oh my gosh. Mother Rue was not happy that day. Oh no. Well, they made it through very roughly, where Team Max kind of sailed through, pretty easily. The only problem the Team Max had was when Kasha, or not Kasha, Jaidynn had her little meltdown there,
Mm-hmm.
but ended up not hurting the team in the long run. And I have to say this, when she was having that meltdown, Max was the one that went over and looked her in the eye and got her under control again, being comforting and reassuring, saying that you've got this, you've got this. And they showed Rue watching Max do this, and you could see the look in Rue's eye like, that's good. That's a queen.
Yeah,
The queen that will take care of another
that's
queen.
right. That's a
So,
leader.
cheers to Max there. That was
Yep.
great. And she got her back online, and Jaidynn ended up doing really well in the challenge. So, yay.
Yep. Yep. That's a sign of a true leader, not someone that says, "Listen, figure it out." Read your parts, and memorize them. That's not leading. That's a given that you're going to do that. But to have someone come to
Right.
your rescue, as Max did to Jaidynn, I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, not only just a team leader, but a team player.
Yes.
You know, I just thought it was a great moment in that scene there, and it ended up working for them.
Mm-hmm.
Where on Kennedy's team there was no support, no team playing whatsoever, and when they were all standing there on the stage, none of them interacted with each other. They just looked straight out at the audience and just said their lines, and that was it.
Yeah.
Well, the lines that they could remember, that anyways.
That's true.
Anyways, all right, main stage. All right, everybody, we're at that point in the show. We're going to hit the main stage. And of course, the one who always hits the main stage first is Miss RuPaul herself, the Queen of Queens. And we like to talk about what Miss Ru wore each week. So, Rosemary, what did you think of this week's gown?
What can I say about RuPaul's gown that hasn't been said before? She is absolutely beautiful, and she wears her gowns to perfection. But what I loved more than the gown was her hair. I love the makeup. I love the beautiful blonde hair that she had. I mean, she's just perfection, total perfection.
Well, for me, I liked the hair. I liked the black on the gown. I did not like the lime green at all. I thought it should have either been black or like a royal purple. That green, that lime green, just, I'm not into these neon colors at all. And well, obviously, I mean, look at me, hello. But so far this season, that was my least favorite because of the lime green. I loved everything else about it, but I didn't like the lime green. Before we get into this, I just want to say, Miss Kandy Ho, I am shocked to death that you did not win this since you had practice with the beard in episode number 1.
Poor girl.
I mean, we've done hashtag bearded lady so many times. I thought for sure she'd win this one.
This was hers for the winning.
Oh well. So what'd you think of the challenge, and what'd you think of some of the girls?
Well, I really enjoyed this particular runway. I loved it much more than I did the nude one. I don't like that one at all.
Oh, for sure.
But this
For
this
sure.
one was like right on. It really called upon the girls to use their creativity, and most of them came through with that. Some of them, kind of missed the mark, but most of them came through with it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was so looking forward to see how they were going to pull this off, and they pulled it off beautifully.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was a lot of fun, and I agree totally that it was better than that nude challenge. I still think that was, ugh, that was just not necessary at all. But anyways, on this challenge, yeah, there were some. Most of them were great. I mean, there were really, only a couple highs and a couple lows, but for the most part, it's pretty even across the board with them coming out like
Mm-hmm.
this. Um, Jasmine, I want to point out, the gown was beautiful, but the beard to me, the painted on beard, she said she didn't want to glue anything on. Well, honey, they sell beards with, hooks on the back or strings, elastic strings that hold the ends together. All you got to do is just slip on. You don't have to glue them on. I thought it was a cop-out. I didn't like the painted on beard. I thought that, well, if she wanted to paint on a beard, she should have asked Kandy Ho for some help because she knows how to do it. Or two, if she wanted the chin strap look, ask Pearl because that's what Pearl wanted on the day she came in.
I don't know. I
Right.
liked it. I liked the painted on beard. I thought it for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, for the first time since she's been on the show, I thought she actually looked like a girl with a painted on beard. Whereas all the other times she looks like a dude, But this time she actually looked like a girl, so I appreciated it. And I love the gown.
Dress was
I
gorgeous.
thought she was right. The gown was beautiful. The gown that was going to save her. It was beautiful, I have to say.
The gown was beautiful. Her hair was really pretty. Her makeup, other than the beard, to me was really pretty. I think the beard ruined it for her. If she would have worn, a pull-on or had the guts to glue something on, I think she would have nailed it. But she lost it for me there.
Yeah.
Another one that I really, really liked was Katya in her Abraham Lincoln-esque outfit. The only problem I had with it was the dress itself. The skirt part was sequined in one material, and then the jacket and the hat were a different material. I think if she would have sequined all of it or used the same material, so the textiles and textures would have been the same, it would have been a slam dunk. It would have just been gorgeous from head to toe. But her makeup and her beard were fabulous.
Oh, her makeup was right on. Her makeup was right on because not only did she have the beard, but you could still see the beauty in her face. I think, like for instance, Kandy Ho, she had, the Fu Manchu look, but it hid the beauty of her face. Some of them just put too much hair on the face, but I thought Katya did a great job with that.
Yeah, Kandy Ho, it was the mustache part of it was too thick.
Yeah.
You couldn't see her mouth, and it was covering up too much of her face. Plus, it blended into her dress.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't see it unless she turned a certain way. In the lighting was the only time you could really see the whole beard.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it was pretty level. Ginger and the rest of them were pretty level on it.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom two ended up being Jasmine and Kennedy Davenport. Do you agree with these bottom two?
Yes, I definitely agree with Jasmine and Kennedy Davenport. Kennedy Davenport's look wasn't really, it was just your standard black mermaid gown. It did nothing for me, and I didn't like her makeup at all. I didn't like the beard. One of the panelists mentioned about it looking like pubic hair, and it certainly did look like that. So no,
Carson Kressley.
didn't care for it at all. And I think Jasmine's, lack of acting ability, hurt her. But I just didn't think that the overall look, even though the gown was beautiful, I didn't think her overall look was one that should be at the top. So I agree with those two being at the bottom.
I agree too. Kennedy, it was Carson Kressley who said that it looked like she had pubes on her face. It was the worst beard up there, even, over Jasmine. At least her painted on beard, looked like she was doing a beard. This just looked like scraps of hair on her face. It was just not working for me. And I also agree with her being in the bottom two because she was the team leader of that tragedy. So I really think that Kennedy Davenport should have been in the bottom two because it was just a mess from top to bottom. From the workroom, no team playing. The challenge itself, no team up there together. She was team leader, and I think she just completely failed. And then with the pubic shaves on her face, I think she lost it all the way around. Jasmine, well, I already didn't like the beard, and she really fucked up in that challenge. But I will defend her a little bit by saying that was Kennedy Davenport's fault for switching her role within the last hour before stage time.
Yeah.
I thought that was completely unfair that she had to learn a whole new role or a whole new role and all those new words. So, but they were in the bottom two. They lip sync for their lives. Do you agree with Jasmine being the one going home?
No, I don't agree that Jasmine, just based on the lip sync alone, I don't believe that Jasmine should have been the one to go. I felt that she gave a stronger performance than Kennedy. But I think what hurt Jasmine was her argumentative, personality, how she just kept coming back at Rule and saying that she knew the words, but she just didn't say them right, with regards to her acting, and she doesn't wear anything on her face other than makeup and blah, 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 blah. So I think she ticked them off. She ticked all the judges off, and I think that's why she went home. But if it was just going to be based on lip syncing, I thought she did a better job.
Yeah, well, she really pissed Rue off, that's for sure. One, when she said that she knew her lines, and Rue snapped back, "You did not know your lines."
That's right.
And then, Rue told her flat out, "You did not know your lines," and she was right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Rue went off on them, saying she wanted to hear no more goddamn excuses and to get it together and make it work. And woo, Rue was pissed.
That's right.
She was pissed off for sure. And she let him know it too. She let him know it. But I kind of don't agree with Jasmine going home. I think Kennedy should have gone home. And not just for the lip sync. I'm taking it on overall. Team player, team leader, team player, what happened on that challenge, her beard, runway look,
Yep.
and her lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting it all together as one, and I think she should have gone home as a whole. She should have just gone home.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to go home soon. If nothing else, she's making a lot of enemies on that show because if you notice in this episode, I don't know if it was the editing or what, but she is coming across as a real fucking bitch on that show.
Yeah. And it's sad because I always thought of her as the lady on the show. I mean, apart from Mrs. Kasha Davis, I thought she was a very smooth lady, almost like an Oprah Winfrey kind of lovable person. And she's changing, and I don't understand. I hope that it was just she had a day off, or something like that. But I'm hoping she comes back to being the lady that she was when she first walked in.
Yeah, it's when I don't know. She's getting really catty and just really bitchy, especially when they talk to her as a boy. It's like, wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we'll see. Now, the winner of the challenge was Miss Max. I totally agree. How about you?
100%. 100%. She's a leader. She's an actress. She is a performer. She's everything. And she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. So, yes, I give it to her 100%.
I do too. And I will do the same thing with her that I did with Kennedy, taking, as a whole, team leader, what happened on that challenge, and then her look on the runway, putting it all together as a whole. Bam, she won it. She took it. It was nobody else even came close to what she did to winning that challenge this week. So, yeah, she deserved that win for sure.
Yeah.
All right, my dear. Well, this is the fun part of the show where we get to pick our drag cat and our drag rat. For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, each week, Rosemary and I will choose our drag cat, which is the one that we think was perfect on the runway. And then we'll also choose our drag rat of the look. And those are the ones who need to just go wash their face and go sit out in the back alley behind the dumpster. So, Rosemary, I kind of have a feeling that you and I are going to agree on our drag cat this week.
Yes.
How about if I say 1, 2, 3, and then we both shout out the name?
Okay, there you go.
All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Max. I'm her number one fan.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling. What did you think of that runway outfit?
I loved it. I loved it. But you know, she can do no wrong in my eyes so far. I love everything about her, and I thought the outfit was perfect. The beard was just perfect.
I loved it too. I just did. And she said she was going for the Salvador Dali-esque type look, and wow, she really pulled it off. The mustache and the beard were so unique, and it fit so well with her character.
Yes.
So one of the things I'm just loving about her is she's able to adapt that character of Max to whatever they throw at her, and she really pulled it off on that runway.
That she did.
I tell you this though, I said it before about Katya. If she had sequined that entire outfit, it would have been a challenge for me to choose.
Mm-hmm.
But Max took it, heads out right away for me with this. So, now, our drag rat. Who needs to go take a seat by the dumpster?
It doesn't change for me. It's a Jaidynn Dior Fierce. She continues to, dress out of her body type. I mean, she had the same outfit the past 2 weeks. The little, she's got little panels that were hiding, I don't know what, but you see her thighs, and she's big, but she's not big in a pleasant way. So I don't know why she's accentuating all of that. She's got a beautiful face. She should accentuate the positive, not the negative. So I didn't like the whole runway thing. I didn't like her acting. So to me, she's another rat. Again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I agree. My drag rat of the week is Jaidynn Dior Fierce. And it's because of that outfit. She wears the same damn outfit every week. And you said 2 weeks in a row, honey, it has been 3 weeks in a row. On the first episode, she wore it twice on the runway. Her summer and spring outfit were the same. Then last week on the runway, and then this week on the runway is the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah.
The only thing different about it this week was that it had a panel of material down the front on the bottom and a panel of material down the back in the bottom, and that was it.
Yeah, yeah.
I know she's a big girl. I don't have a problem with big girls. But she needs to learn how to dress for her body type and not just dress like Beyonce.
Right.
Because that's all she's doing is hashtag wanna be Beyonce again.
Right. She needs to watch Ginger, and she needs to take notes on Latrice Royale. Latrice Royale was beautiful. Beautiful, flawless every time she walked the runway. And that was a big woman, so there's no need for it. I don't know what she's trying to accomplish by this look. But I'm hoping that as we progress through the shows, that through the episodes, that maybe she picks something up from somewhere and changes the look a little bit.
There's so many others that she could have learned from, like Latrice Royale, Ginger. Delta Work. Was always on point. And she's a bit. She's a big girl too.
Yeah.
But. I think it's all this Beyonce stuff in her head that she wants to be Beyonce. I mean, even her name Fierce. Remember Beyonce put out that album, I Am Sasha Fierce, and here she is, Jaidynn Dior Fierce, and she's wearing all these Beyonce-esque type outfits. She really needs to change things up. But this is week 2. Or is it week 3? Week 2 for sure. Is it week 3? That she's been our drag rats each week. So, come on, girl, bring it together. Show us just how fierce you can be. Because I know you got it in you somewhere. You're a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Just do it. Let's see it. Just change your fucking clothes. That's all I ask.
There you go.
All right, my dear. Let's wrap this up with our top 3 predictions for the crown. Again, for those of you that are just tuning in for the first time, shame on you for one. But each week, Rosemary and I pick our top 3 predictions for the crown based on this week's episode and the previous episodes. And these are the 3 that we think might actually make it to the end. So, Rosemary, this week, who are your top 3 going for the crown?
My top 3, number 1, of course, is going to be Max. And Ginger and Mrs. Kasha Davis. Mrs. Kasha Davis really surprised me this week. I loved the whole look. I loved her acting. She came up a notch for me. So those are my top 3.
Yeah, Ginger is on my list still because she's so strong. I mean, this week she didn't shine too much, but there really wasn't the opportunity for her to shine.
Mm-hmm.
But she still stayed strong, you know, in her runway walk. Vodka kicking in, people, sorry. Her runway look and the challenge, you know, her acting ability and all that. So she was still strong. So she's on my list.
Mm-hmm.
I am moving Max into my list because at the beginning of this, you know, the series, when the season started, I'm like, okay, Max is a character. How's she going to take this? You know, it's going to get old seeing the same character every week. But like I said a little bit ago, Max is able to take that character and adapt it. You know, not just the look, but the attitude and everything about that character to what's being presented in front of her. So she's changing my opinion about her really, really fast.
Ah, okay.
And then, now, I love Mrs. Kasha Davis because she is proving to be a strong character. Some people are thinking that, you know, she's riding under the radar right now, and she kind of is, but I think she's got something, and we're going to get to see it. But my third choice, other than Ginger and Max, is Katya. Katya last week fumbled big time in the challenge, but her runway look, I said it again, runway look.
Mm-hmm.
Say runway look 3 times fast and see what happens. But her runway look last week was really cute. And then this week, she was the only strong player in that challenge on the Team Kennedy. And then I loved her runway look, you know, the Abraham Lincoln-esque outfit. I think that, you know, last week she fumbled and she knew it. And this week she wanted to come out strong, and she came out really strong this week. She didn't win, but she came out really strong. I've got my eye on this girl. So right now, you know, Ginger, Max, and Katya, we'll see what happens next week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, Miss Fame, but you've dropped out of both of our top 3s. I do want to say this about Miss Fame. Miss Fame, you are very beautiful, and I think you're very young. But I'm watching you, and I'm seeing that each week, and I hope you're noticing this too, Rosemary, that, you know, she's been thrown these challenges that she's never done before, and granted she's not winning them, but it seems like she's really learning from them. Like she's taking them as an experience to learn from and grow from. So who knows what she's going to bring us, you know, in these next few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe she'll make it back into the top 3 again.
You never know. It changes week to week.
Oh, I know. How about it? You never know. Who knows? We'll find out next week. Well, that was fun. But that's the end of that show. So that means, everybody, it's coming to the end of our show. York, are you going to say goodbye to everybody? Or are you just going to show the back of your head, asshole? There he goes. Bye, everybody. Well, Rosemary, it was a lot of fun talking to you again. I'll see you next week, of course.
Of course.
Same drag time, same drag channel.
Oh, you're really dating yourself now.
Well, I have to date myself. No one else is fucking calling me. Anyways, everybody out there, let us know what you thought in the comments about this week's episode. Do you agree with the bottom 2? Do you think Jasmine should have gone home? What did you think about our choices for drag cat and drag rat?
Yes.
If you have other opinions, let us know what you think. So until next week, you do us all a favor. You have a great week, you have fun, and you get home safe, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at DragChat.
Follow us on Facebook.
Don't forget to subscribe by clicking below.